त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्।
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्।
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं तेजस्वी आवधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृत्युञ्जय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning. అందరూ బాగున్నారా? ఆనందంగా ఉన్నారా? You don't need anything to be happy, to remain happy. The universe should be sufficient, right? What a beautiful creation God has done. But today we are so engrossed in our own psychological nonsense, right? Our thought, that we don't notice anything. Otherwise, Creator has done such a spectacular job. You just look at the sun, you look at the sky, you just experience the breeze. And when a breeze touches your body, think actually it's God actually who is touching you. Because wind, the fire, the earth, the akasha, water, the Panchabhutas we call 5 elements. They are actually Lord's creation. The whole universe is made up of 5 bhutas, including our physical body. So if you just look at everything in this universe as if it is a symbol of God, emblem of God, a manifestation of God, expression of God, every minute you can be in bliss, not just in happiness. Those who are happy always. Those who don't want to be happy, they will never be happy. Don't put any conditions for your happiness. ఆనందంగా ఉండాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడూ ఆనందంగా ఉంటారు. ఆనందంగా ఉండాలనుకోని వాడు వస్తు సంపద మీద వాళ్ళ ఆనందాన్ని ఆధారపడ చేసుకున్న వాళ్ళు, దే విల్ నెవర్ బీ able to make themselves happy. A joyful face is a beautiful face. Yes or no? Very good. So please see page number 18, 18. The first quote in the page. We want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. So Swamiji is here explaining us what education should give us, what objectives education should serve. We are all educated people. We have gone to school and we are gone to college and we all are graduates. Some of you are postgraduates. We have had our education, right? Why should we educate ourselves? What purpose it should serve? So I'm just saying here, first thing is, it should help us build our character, first thing. The second thing is, it should help us strengthen our mind. Character, then strength of mind. If you just see the world, all the suffering that is there in the world is only for weak minds, right? Only people who are weak mentally, they only suffer. Somebody who is strong mentally, he or she will not suffer. Education should help you to make your mind strong. You have a strong mind. Education has empowered you in that direction. So your suffering becomes less. That is the idea why we go through schools and colleges to learn education. The intellect is expanded. You have the sharpest of the intellect that can penetrate into the mysteries of the universe. Animals actually they don't go to schools. No training is required there. Okay, their buddhi is fixed. Whatever you may do, it cannot be sharpened. But human beings, we have come here as human beings. It's not like that. We can sharpen our intellect to such an extent that actually you will be able to penetrate through the mysteries of the universe. Education is basically to sharpen the intellect and also to expand the heart. Present education system is neither helping us to sharpen the intellect nor it is helping us to expand our heart, unfortunately, because it's not well conceived. The last thing is by which one can stand on one's own feet. That means it should help you to get a job. We understand only this objective of education, but this is also not being fulfilled, unfortunately, because our education system is so defective. We all have become kind of victims. The reason is India actually is a labor intensive country. But even in a country like India, where there is plenty of human labor available, you could have thought first the dignity of labor in the country. Every work is sacred. Prati pani pavitram. Shrama saundaryam antu. In the Telugu word actually it is Shrama gauravam, dignity of labor. Shram ki garima. At least they could have thought that. Today there is unemployment definitely, but most of it is actually is disguised unemployment in the sense that it's not true unemployment. We want to go to only selected fields. Government job means the different prestige attached to that. Okay. In private jobs also, if you're a doctor, you are respected in the society. If you're an engineer, you are respected. If you're a lawyer, you are respected. Okay, you may be earning the same amount. Maybe you are a plumber, maybe you're a mason, you may be electrician, like you are some other profession. You may be running a shop and earning the same amount of 50, 60,000. But do you have the same respect? No. The dignity of labor is not there. That's the reason everybody wants to enter into a particular field, selective field. So we have created artificial competition because of lack of dignity of labor. We just see our own engineers, young people, when they go to America, they work in gas stations, they work in departmental stores, they work in malls, and the same people, they don't work here. They cannot, because the dignity of labor is not there. You're not respected. So this we could have thought at least in India, but that also has not been done. And of course, even now also they are not doing, because parents also they don't want that to be taught to their children. There are so many other issues now. You are aware of this Save Soil movement of Isha Foundation founder Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. Agriculture actually is in a crisis today, not in India, all over the world. So in the last 40, 50 years, in the name of Green Revolution, to achieve self-sufficiency in food production, we have practically destroyed the soil by using so much of chemical fertilizer. You will not be able to sustain this production. Maybe another 30, 40 years with great difficulty you'll be able to do. Afterward, soil will get totally exhausted. Soil actually has already depleted to such an extent that you will not be able to sustain the production. That means there will be food shortages in future. Only soil left is for only for 40, 50 years maximum. Afterwards, actually, you cannot grow anything on this soil. The way we are using it, it will become barren. That means we have already put the food security of the future generation in danger. That means there will be famines, క్షామాలు. ఆహార కొరత ఎంతవరకు వస్తుందంటే people will, die not because of any other reason, because of famine, because there is not enough food available in the world. By 2045, they say actually world population is going to become 9 billion. And to provide food to 9 billion people, the resource that we have actually is soil. So Sadhguru calls it, we don't call it a resource. Actually, every country, everybody started calling it as resource, and we thought actually we can just use it and exhaust it. It's not a resource, it's a legacy. It's a legacy. Okay? There's a difference between resource and legacy. Resource means you just want to use it and use it up. The legacy, the way we have received it from our forefathers, from previous generation, the same way we have to hand it over to our next generation also. Because the soil which we are using to grow our food, the future generation also we have to use the same soil to grow their food. But if you make it barren, if you deplete it completely, okay, it is, if you make it unusable for them actually, how they will grow food? So he says that we are eating the food of the unborn child. That belongs to this resource, belongs to tomorrow's generation. But that actually we are not passing on to the next generation. The way we have got it from our forefathers, from previous generations, this is the crime we are doing against the future generations. We need to correct ourselves. We have to act now. It's a very, very actually grave problem. In fact, biggest ecological problem on the planet Earth, if you ask me, it's a serious problem. What we have to do, what we can do, that I will explain to you in the next prayer meeting. Thank you. Have a nice day.